Didn't have to say nothing. I knew he'd understand. There was something about him. Told me he was my kind of man. Told me he was my kind of man. Didn't have to say nothing. I knew what he had planned. Way I saw him looking at me. Told me he was my kind of man. Told me he was my kind of man. Didn't have to say nothing.
Hello.
He just
Vicky Self.
That's Vicky Self right there.
Mike McWhorter said, okay, I'm here. Thrill me.
I just said that.
I don't listen to you.
I know you don't listen to me. It's quite obvious. Digging these tunes, Mike says. Awesome. Hi, Christy Pressler.
Dude, I love me some Vicky Self.
Yeah,
Right here, man.
she's pretty awesome.
She's like,
She's one good woman.
yeah, this record's called One Good Woman. She's totally like, what's up, Brian Betancourt? She's kind of like a outlaw. She's like a Springfield outlaw woman.
Yeah,
Some of these songs on here are like pretty edgy.
yeah. She don't give a shit. She's like,
This
I
is
say what I
also
feel.
the sister. This is the sister of the great Ronnie Self.
Dan is obsessed with Ronnie Self.
We've talked about Ronnie a lot on the show. And the crazy ass that he was.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
But I'm not sorry.
So sorry.
I'm not sorry. Oh my goodness. Hashtag van life.
Oh my.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Not a good week to be a van lifer.
Who's ready to
Jesus Christ. Sorry. Sorry.
get a van and convert it and start a YouTube channel?
Just don't go to Moab, apparently. Jesus Christ.
Hey, in all seriousness,
Seriousness.
Tara and I have talked pretty seriously about entertaining this van life concept. It's been on our to-do list for quite some time now. What's up, Dean Daisy?
Hey, Jules.
What's up, Jules?
Yeah, we've been conversing over the van life idea.
Yeah, for a long, long time, and it's may happen someday, may not. I don't have any idea, but what an interesting development in the hashtag van life world for those of you who have been living under a rock and have not seen it all over everywhere.
Everywhere.
Gabby Petito is missing.
She's missing, kids. She's missing.
She goes on this trip with her. It seems like nobody can make up their mind on whether they were engaged to be married or if it was just her boyfriend.
Right.
I think they were engaged, and then maybe they called it off. Who knows? I don't know what's going on with that. But they've been on the road for like 4 months. Mm-hmm. Converted a little van, and they've been out there doing the hashtag van life, vlogging, the YouTubing, and the whatnots. And then all of a sudden, he ends up back in Florida.
And she ain't there.
And she's not in the van.
Where's Gabby? Hey, Brian.
It's just incredibly not funny. I'm just saying, dude. And what makes it incredibly bad is that this dude's not talking.
No. He's just
They were out in like Moab. Okay, that's like way far away. That's 2,400 miles away from the Tampa area, which is where he is at right now. That's a haul, man. That's a 40-hour drive, bruh.
Hi, Lisa Betancourt. She's got a present. Yay.
Something happened.
Something happened.
Out in Moab.
And he ain't talking. He ain't saying shit.
And he drove almost 40 hours all the way back to Tampa without her. And now he won't talk to anybody. He won't talk to her family, won't talk to the police. And so, of course, everyone's kind of like, bro.
Can you give us a clue?
Hey, bro.
Where'd you last see her? It's not good, kids. It's not good, and it's not looking good for Brian.
Jules says, Daniel Fritz, Tara Lynn Fritz, fuck yeah, I'm all about this van life for sure. And this whole strange story of this missing girl. Something is quite very strange for sure. We're in a very fucked up world. The boyfriend, no question, is behind this. Chrissy Pusser says the douches made a statement through lawyers after there was police footage of them having a dispute.
Yeah.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah, and also it wasn't really a statement. All he said through the lawyer was, I'm not talking. That's not even a statement.
Well, he just kind of said, I hope she gets found.
Oh, gosh darn.
Mike McWhorter says if she was my daughter, he'd have disappeared as well and would be in my clutches and would be talking.
Yeah, the dad and the stepdad, they look like guys you don't want to fuck with anyway.
No shit, bro, man. I'm telling you, this dude... It's weird, man. It's weird, man.
It's weird, man.
So, yeah, and another thing that's weird is he was home. He was already home in Tampa on August 1st.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even reported missing until,
September 1st.
September 1st, right. Sorry. He was already home September 1st, and she wasn't reported missing until September 11th. Mm-hmm. So he's just down in Tampa, just kicking back, man.
Surfing.
Fucking.
Hitting the beach.
No, I doubt he was out in public.
No.
Might have been.
He shouldn't be.
Kicking back with his feet up on the ottoman. Watching some van lifers on YouTube.
Right. Asking his mommy to get him another biscuit.
And 10 days later is when she was reported missing.
Because no word, nothing. Nothing.
Dude, man, this kid, I'll tell you what.
Brian, you have some splaining to do.
Come on, Brian.
Brian Laundry.
Not to mention, I don't know how close all you guys are following this, but like I've already told you, Tara and I have talked about and have studied quite intensively the van life. Hashtag van life.
Hashtag van life.
Someday I might get rid of my Jeep and get me a van and convert it.
Should we? Yes.
And go live in it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we are kind of watching a lot of this. There's actually other van life people who are starting to talk about it on their own channels, and it's blowing up, man.
It is blowing up.
There was also in like the same area.
Yes.
The same week that this couple was pulled over with that body cam. Man, dude. That was just for Jared. Man, dude. Anyway,
Jared likes his man dudes.
I don't know if it was actually in the exact same campground, but it was in the same. It was in the same park, the same national park.
Yeah.
Out in the Moab area, a double homicide
of van lifers. The same week that the body cam footage was recorded. Newlywed couple.
It was the middle of August, a newlywed couple, lesbians.
I wish I could remember their names. Shit.
We didn't write their names down. I'm sorry, but it's a story. They were
shot to death
in their campsite.
After saying the few days before that they were seeing this creepy dude.
Now, they weren't necessarily proper van lifers. They actually worked in the area, and they took their van out to camp as often as they could in surrounding state parks and campgrounds, and both of them were shot to death in the middle of August, which is the same time that Gabby and Brian were having troubles on the side of the road.
They were having their troubles on August 12th, and this couple was found dead on August 18th. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jared, that's not a funny joke, man. Not a funny joke.
Abort joke. Abort joke.
Abort. Never mind. No. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the hashtag van life is taking a hit this week.
This week has been bad.
And I'm sure it's going to turn into like here's the repercussions of the mental stress that van lifing is. You just really shouldn't do van life because it's not so freeing and relaxing as people think. It's really hurting our mental health, and that's because we hate people that live off the grid.
See?
Because we can't track their money. Anyway.
You can't get your freaking property tax from a van lifer.
Oh my gosh, it's coming. It's coming. There's going to be a whole thing about the mental challenges of van life living.
We advise that some health corporation government issue is going to advise that van lifing is not healthy for your mental health.
They don't like not being able to control you,
I
brah.
know. You're free out in that van, and we can't have that.
We're such conspiracy theorists. Okay, mark the date. What is the date?
Today
Is September 16th. I'm going to mark it per this video. I predict that in the course of the next 3 to 4, 5 weeks, there's going to be major talk about how van life and Jeep life and all of this
road
camping
life
and being off the grid and tiny homes and all of the stuff that makes people like off the grid and untraceable, untrackable. It's all going to come out that it's like, you know, it's really this doctor we have an expert on that is explaining how the mental challenges of living in a small space is really bad for your health, and it's going to all blow up, and they're going to try to make everyone scared to death to go out and be off the grid in their van loving their life.
right?
Because of this one
Because
incident.
of 2 incidents.
2 incidents in 1 week.
Yeah, right. It's going to be some big...
It's coming. There's going to be some tax put on the van. There's going to be some, if you want to go live in a van, you're going to have to pay these fees, and you're going to have to enroll in this certification, and you're going to have to blah, blah, blah. For those of you who don't know, did you know if you fly a drone without certification with the intent of it being involved in anything that might make money, even if it's $1, you can get fined up to $100,000 for using that footage in your videos that even make 5 cents
Any kind of
on
profit.
YouTube.
Seriously.
The only thing you can fly a drone for and not get in trouble is if you're literally just taking it to the park and trying to show your child how to fly it.
We're just having fun.
And you can't, and you got to basically delete all that footage. So what's the point of it? It has to, the intent. It's all about the intent. If your intent of filming your Jeep or your van driving down the highway, and you're going to put that in one of your YouTube videos
with the hope and intent of making money
with
someday.
an intent that you know, you're going to use it in these videos, $100,000 fine if you are not certified. And of course, being certified takes a couple $100 to get done.
To get a license.
Jared's making fun of me like I'm an expert down by the river, but this has completely and thoroughly been checked on via Tara and I because of our YouTube channel and because we do own a drone, and we actually have used drone footage in a couple of our videos already.
With the intent of putting it on our YouTube channel.
Not very much. Not very much. In fact, we never flew it so high. We have drone footage of cartoons being torn down.
We do. We have it. Yes, Crave.
We flew the drone right into Crave when they were
upstairs.
Like our drone was right in the balcony of cartoons when they were tearing it down.
We have that footage.
Oh, Dave says, I just tuned in and Dan's just droning on about something.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Maybe Jared's joke was that
Dr.
I live
Matt
in a
Foley.
van down by the river.
Yeah. There you go. Hi, Bev. There you go. He's like,
not making fun of you.
Making predictions
of who the Dr. Jeep van expert may be. Hey, I'm just telling you. I'm trying to save you a lot of headaches.
If your intent is to
We have not gotten in trouble, but some people we follow quite a bit on YouTube have gotten in trouble.
Yes, and they went and got their license. This guy had to study and take a test to get a license to fly a drone.
You have to. Well, you basically have to become a pilot. Mm-hmm. It's a form of being a pilot.
Yep.
To actually fly a drone.
Right.
And then, of course, there's all kinds of airspace rules, too. Like, there's no-fly zones and things like that. They all apply to drones, not just giant airplanes. Yeah. It's wacky, man. It's wild.
Did you know you're not allowed to use a drone in the national parks?
I
didn't know that.
That is so crazy.
I didn't know that. That's a bummer because, now that I think about it, some of the YouTube channels that we watch a lot that are always in national parks don't use their drone there. It's so interesting because I've seen that many, many times. So anyway, it's
you
good to know.
absolutely have to go through the hoops. My bigger point is they already are hitting people for their drone footage, which is just a camera that flies around. And now they are going to... So cameras on tripod, good cameras with a fan attached, jail time, death penalty, etc. Yes,
basically,
apparently.
Yes, sir. That's what they're saying.
I was actually just saying that as your comment came through.
That's why I put that up
For
there.
some reason, you can still take pictures and film on your camera, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, on your phone.
Yep.
But if you fly it,
you can't fly it.
You're in big trouble, mister.
My God. Don't go above this far.
No, listen. Yes, it sounds ridiculous, but I don't know if you're really hearing what I'm saying. There are people on YouTube now that are making really, really lots of money. And they're making lots of money with lots and lots of drone footage. So
therefore,
people who are watching this and seeing all this go down, they're going, we're not making money on that. Mm-hmm. How could we make money on that? Busting people for just taking photos and videos on their phones, that's just too overwhelming. Like all 350 million people are doing that.
Hey, Em, how are you?
And but for the specialty ones that are specifically trying to make money that we cannot regulate and we cannot control, we need to figure out how to find them sons of bitches $100,000 for flying that camera in the air with a fan attached.
Got to find out how to make some money off these people.
Then we can make some money. So now with this situation with Gabby, and I don't know any details about this double murder other than it actually happened in the middle of August out near Moab, and it was also van lifers. Mm-hmm. Now it's going to come out that in order to van life, in order to get out there and live free on the road, you're going to have some kind of certification. You're going to have to pay some kind of gigantic tax. You're going to have to pay some kind of huge fine. If you're using a van with the intent of making money on YouTube, then you got to get a certification and pay this giant. I'm telling you, it's coming. Mark my words, 9/16/21.
That's right. I think you're right, Dan. It's going to be licensed. Your vehicle has to be licensed differently, and you have to have it for all the states that you're going to be traveling in.
Oh, yeah.
Watch it. It's going to happen because it's too popular and it's too awesome and lucrative for these people making a living at it, for the government not to jump in and go, I want a piece of that.
With all that said, I know. Mm-hmm. Jared said there's ways around that. You just use it to drive traffic to your channel, but don't monetize a video with drone footage. Monitors all the others. You possibly, that would be with $100,000 on the line, I wouldn't take that risk.
Right.
Because they probably could come up with a way to say, well, yeah, we know what you're doing. You're not monetizing the drones, but you are getting money off of the videos that your drones are pushing people to. I'm telling you, it's going to get that weird.
It will. What's Brian saying?
Brian said, so if you put a gimbal camera on an ultralight and fly it yourself, does that qualify the same? I don't know. What about when you're up in a plane, just any other plane, and you take aerial footage? Does that count too? I don't know.
Or does the pilot of that plane's license cover you?
I don't know.
For real.
Jared said, want to know the crazy thing I was educated about a couple weeks ago, speaking of cameras and monetization.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Comments are coming in. Oh, my gosh, Bev. Welcome to the Nazi States of America.
Nazi States of America.
What's Shell saying? Are you the Iron Man that is traveling in the LA airspace?
Traveling in the no, I'm not him. I just want to film my Jeep.
That's all we want to do is just enjoy ourselves and have fun. And anyway, so now we know about this stuff. We didn't know until we watched this other couple who almost ran into trouble. Well, they did run into trouble.
With
they got
all
warned.
that said,
because someone turned them in. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
someone turned them in.
Someone.
Like what?
Jared said police officers are now whipping out their cell phones and playing their iTunes at full blast while dealing with people. I thought it was to soothe and de-escalate a situation. Nope. So you get a copyright struck on your live video of a cop being a dick. Wow.
Wow. That is news. That is interesting.
Wow. Man.
So you get knocked off of Facebook on your live when the cops being
It's
a
a
dick.
great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Wow. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. Wow. Okay.
With all that said, this story about Gabby is absolutely terrible.
It's heartbreaking.
It's in the process. We just watched
It's
an
real.
FBI, former FBI guy. He just, without a doubt, he's like, this case will be solved.
Yeah.
There's no doubt it's going to be solved, whether he talks or not. The amount of surveillance they have all across this country, and for him to drive 40 hours from
Wyoming.
From
or Utah.
from-
well, I guess they were headed to Yosemite, so.
wherever, the Moab area, all the way
To
down to Tampa,
southern Florida.
they're gonna have him on camera, and they're gonna figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take time.
Yes,
Just gonna take time.
And as he also said, is in the life of investigating with good old fashioned police work, he said, was just be patient. Because they've already got a bunch of shit they're checking out. They're checking out cell phone signals. They're checking all that shit out. You know they are. Behind the scenes, they've got a lot of shit they can't talk about because they're still investigating. So we as the public, we want answers, and I know the family does too. But just have to be patient. So
Yeah.
Gabby,
Chet says-
I hope she's okay, but we'll find this out.
Chet says infrastructure package includes vehicle mileage tax program.
With
It
all-
probably does. I just think people that are specifically doing it's all over the place. Tara and I are addicted to YouTube. It's almost all we watch now.
Yep.
So there are people who do the overlanding Jeep thing, which is similar to how our Jeep is set up, except they literally live in their Jeep. Obviously,
Full
the
time.
van life, there are Volkswagen life people. They all live in VW buses and things like that. Of course, there's bikers. They don't quite live in their motorcycle, but there's people out there doing this off-the-grid living thing, and they're the ones that are going to get hit. Now that they are in the center of the news, they're going to get hit. People are going to realize, I'm telling you, most of the channels Tara and I watch are getting 500,000 views per video, and all they're doing is just like going out there and living in their van.
Yep.
People are eating it up like candy, living vicariously through these people. And therefore, someone's going to come down on them.
Someone as in the government.
Yeah, but I don't want to say that out loud.
Oh, oopsie. Sorry. What's Lisa saying? Okay, so can we discuss the last 4 days of consistent sonic booms over our area that the military are testing? There's a conspiracy theory waiting to happen. I've been hearing about this. I haven't heard the booms myself, but I've been seeing it all over Facebook. Have you heard any of them?
Yeah, I was going to come back to that comment after we flushed out. There's more stuff.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
What Chet was talking about, a vehicle mileage tax or vehicle miles traveled fee would charge motorists a fee based on how many miles they drive. Simply put, if you drive a vehicle, you would pay money to the government for every mile you drive. The time period can vary, but is typically a vehicle miles traveled fee is measured in a 1 year period. A vehicle mileage traveled fee can be used to raise revenue for transportation and infrastructure projects.
Well, there you go. You're exactly.
And there it is already on its way, but now it's going to become the trend on Twitter.
Yes.
So anyway, yes, I don't know about this sonic boom thing. Not really sure. What's going on there? I haven't heard anything about it.
All I've heard is that there's been 4 days of these booms that people have been saying, what the hell's going on? And people are saying, oh, it's just a sonic boom. Remember the sonic booms? We had those when we were kids. You'd hear it fly, planes fly over, boom, there's a big sonic boom. But apparently the last 4 days. But what that comment says is that the military is testing what I don't know. I haven't heard anything about any kind of military testing or anything like this. We have a few military bases here in Missouri, so I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there. If anybody has any more insight in that, let us know, because this is an interactive show, so you talk to us. Okay, so Julia says, my TV watching habits have changed again. Discovered Pluto TV and have spent the last week rewatching Bret Michaels' Rock of Love, all 3 seasons.
I forgot how trashy it was. My daughter watched it with me and was fairly horrified.
Tara got him first.
Tara got to him first. Yeah, Tara helped start that show.
I don't know about first, but... And if you missed that story, you're just going to have to rewind and find it again. I'm not going to reiterate that story. That show was disgusting.
Mike McQuarter, the awesome...
Oh, wait. Sorry, go ahead.
The awesome thing is when they implement the mileage tax, they will get rid of the other taxes that are supposed to support infrastructure. Massive eye roll.
Let's do it. You know what, Bev? This is an interesting point. The military will never divulge what they're testing, and they probably shouldn't. I mean, if they're testing things, then they should not divulge them publicly of what they are. I mean, if it's just a loud noise, then okay, we're dealing with it. But, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't, man. There's some things I'm just not super comfortable to talk about.
Really?
Yeah. I'm already a little worried that I'm predicting that we're going to get fucking slammed in our van life and Jeep life here in the next few months.
But yeah, because somebody's going to be knocking on... Wait. Nope, there's not a knock on the door yet. Not yet.
Another thing that's happening in that...
Julia, did you give something to believe in?
Did it give you something to believe in?
Nice.
Oh, man. Another thing happening with all these people traveling in their vans and their Jeeps and their RVs and everything else is they're fucking trashing our state parks. So I don't know if you guys have followed any of that, but there have been some state parks that literally have had to be closed, albeit temporarily, because people are throwing all their fucking trash out into the woods and the mountains and the deserts. By the thousands of people, because everyone's running for the trees and they're throwing their McDonald's bags right on the ground. And now we are literally having issues with state parks being trashed. There's a guy we watch on YouTube all the time. He travels around with his 2 dogs. He just pulled into a state park the other day, and it looks like someone literally drove a dump truck into the middle of this state park.
Dumped
this
it.
Beautiful area. I mean, couches, TVs, dressers, diapers, trash.
Wasn't there a washer?
Garbage,
a dishwasher or something?
Dishwasher. Literally dumped an entire pile, like 3 foot high, like 10 foot by 10, right in the middle of the fucking state park. Mm-hmm. This kind of shit is already starting to happen, and that's why it's going to start cracking down, baby. You're not allowed to go out there and travel and enjoy the state parks anymore. It's coming. It's coming. Get off that subject.
Yeah, it really can piss you off. I posted something today about a bunch of water buffalo being like taking care of one of their own that was being attacked by lions. And I will say it again. I hashtagged animals are better than people. And when I see something like that kind of trash being dumped in a national park, animals don't do that. They just poop, and that's biodegradable.
Julie says, take only pictures, leave only footprints. First rule of parks, do better, people.
Do better. That's a hashtag, do better.
Bev says, I hate litter. They have trash bins all over the park. So lazy. I totally agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Jules says, Daniel Fritz, that's ridiculous. The way people are, that they can't be decent anymore. Yeah, I know. Shell says, it's a fine line. We don't need to know everything, right? Like Daniel playing banjo. This is my motto. Wake up, get up, put on your pants, be a good person. Not that big a deal.
Just a side note, she was texting me earlier today. Pick it up. She was like, I've never seen it, and I've been over to your house a million times, and I pay attention to detail. There it is.
She's never seen it.
She's never seen it. She was like, does he really have one? I said, he has 2.
I've got 2.
Look at that, Shell. Look at that.
And I play with clear heads.
Because they're awesome.
I like clear heads because they're neat. Actually, my banjo teacher when I was young had a clear head on his, and it inspired me, and so I always wanted clear heads on my banjo. You don't see that very often. This is just a cheapy one. This is my very first one. It's just real light as a feather, and just everything's out of tune.
Jared says, you heard it here first. Go shit in the park. Don't trash it. Absolutely. Your shit is biodegradable. Your trash is not.
You're supposed to dig a hole before you shit. It did
right.
have this fancy schmancy carving, like...
Ooh, like American... It looks like a Budweiser eagle.
Yeah, it's
kind of.
It's not awesome. It's like really...
But it's nice. And Bev is also like, I didn't know you had banjos.
This is like the kind of carving you see on the back of chairs that are being sold at Red Racks.
But still, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Like no name brand at all.
But
Okay.
Still, it's a banjo. Y'all didn't know he played banjo, did you?
But this one is actually
awesome.
pretty amazing. If anybody is familiar with Baldwin odes, these are kind of hard to come by. And they're extremely
5-string.
nice.
5-string.
5-string. You can see this big silver. See that silver ring that's behind the head? The reflection's kind of bad. See, it's got that bevel on it.
Yeah.
That's all solid brass.
Ooh.
This thing is really heavy. I'm so strong. I'm holding it
He's
like
so
it's...
strong with his left hand.
I'm
Look at
holding
you.
it like it's really light, but
Look
it's
at
not.
you.
You hold it.
Look at... Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
heavy.
it's heavy.
That's very heavy. Very heavy.
It's got my sliding
That's-
capo. Do you
that's
guys...
That's why you have a strap, but
You
Barney
guys
never
know
did.
why there's a sliding capo?
Oh, tell us, Dan.
It's a capo
It's a
that
capo.
slides up.
It's a sliding capo.
Is there any banjo aficionados out there?
Jared says, speaking of down by the river.
That's right. When you put a capo on these frets up here, you've got to run this one up too. So
That's
you got to have a
right.
capo here and up here.
Was that somebody here? Is the door locked?
I don't know.
No, it's not locked. Cool.
I don't have my picks.
You have, yeah. There you go, Shell.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it tonight.
He's told the story before about him and Alison Krauss being at the same competition in Kansas. Was it Kansas? Winfield?
It was in Illinois.
Illinois. It was in Illinois, and he had actually lunch with Alison Krauss. She was a violinist, obviously, a fiddlist, and Dan was a banjo player when they were 12? 12? And you had lunch with Alison Krauss, so.
A hot dog.
Okay, you still had lunch. You had a date. You had a date.
Everyone. No, I will play it for you someday, but
He's gonna get practiced up. But that was a conversation that Shell and
it's
I
not
had
even
earlier.
that. It's picks. I gotta have.
Oh, you gotta have your fingers, your little.
I gotta have my picks.
Your grippy
Otherwise,
picks.
it sounds real weird when the pads of your fingers keep popping the springs off. You gotta
Yeah.
have those special picks, and I actually don't have a set.
You
I'll
have
get a set.
they're like
I'll
rounded?
work up a song and I'll play it for you.
Is it the little rounded ones? They have
yeah,
the like little
the
rounded
two little
thingy?
metal ones and then a plastic thumb.
Yeah. One of my favorite Far Side comments
Drop
is,
D
welcome,
banjo.
welcome to heaven, here's your harper. Welcome to hell, here's your banjo.
I used to play dueling banjos. My brother and I played it together all the time. Julie Lake Cobb says, my dad played banjo. I'm also a fan.
Bela Fleck.
Bela Fleck is amazing. Oh, by the way, have you guys just taken a minute to peek at the video I posted of freaking Billy Strings?
Billy
Dude,
Strings!
he's my new obsession.
Yeah.
Love him.
Your new obsession.
He's a
is
flat top
awesome.
guitar picker, which flat top guitar picking is my favorite kind of guitar playing.
And tell me why. Tell me why, Dan.
It's so impressive that that they're doing what they're doing, and they're only using one pick. And another thing, in my opinion, which I know Shane doesn't tune into the show anymore because he doesn't just want to spend an hour and a half getting yelled at by me. But in my opinion, if you're a guitar player and you cannot play an acoustic guitar, you are no guitar player at all.
You may fuck off, sir.
You may.
You, sir, may fuck off.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. If you can't play the acoustic guitar, you can't play guitar at all. That's why I like
What was that
flat
voice?
top.
What was that voice? I like
But
that.
you know, Billy Strings probably can't play an electric guitar, but that's okay. That's okay.
He can play the fuck out of a flat
That's
top.
okay in my book.
Right. The opposite is okay.
Hashtag Billy Strings. Billy Strings.
Hashtag Billy Strings right there. That's what we got going on right there.
Anyway, I absolutely will work something up and play something for you all.
It's been
I've talked
requested.
about it a lot, and I just have never actually played it for anyone,
Yes.
especially lately. Daniel Fritz, the weakest link. That was a British woman.
She was awesome.
She was a real badass. Yes, she was.
You were the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, electric guitar players. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You know what I love, though? I love it when a guitar player, an electric guitar player, a lead guitar player, will also say, I can't fucking play flat top. I love that. Because they may be able to go, whatever, all that shit, but then they'll look at you and go, yeah, I can't do flat top.
Man, flat top is so good.
That is respect.
I'm a huge bluegrass fan person anyway.
Did you know that? Did you know he's a bluegrass fan?
Huge. Like, I might like it as much or more than any other music that there is.
Did you know that? Did you know? Did you know?
Yep, I love it.
How's your drink situation over there, Daniel?
I'm all right.
All right.
So yeah, I've done all that crap. I did the dueling banjos, the Sailor's Hornpipe,
Sailor's
Cripple
Hornpipe.
Creek, and
Oh.
Foggy Mountain Breakdown, and Cumberland Gap. I even started learning like, I saw the light, no more in darkness, no more in
What is going on right there? Yeah. So, oh, I had a question and I just lost it. Damn it! I saw the light thing. Hayseed Dixie, right? Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
Hayseed Dixie.
those guys are good.
Right?
I've seen
right?
that.
Seen them. Bev says, actually love me some bluegrass too. If you
Billy
love
Strings is gonna be in like Arkansas or Oklahoma, like just in like a couple weeks.
somewhat close-ish.
Very close-ish. One of my favorite flat top pickers is John Wheeler from Hayseed Dixie. We got two Hayseed Dixies. I've seen them live dozens of times.
I love it. I love it when people who are kind of notoriously known for liking like rock or heavy stuff or whatever, and you come back with this, I love me some Hayseed Dixie. I love me some bluegrass. That's really cool. Julia, how's your knee? How's your knee, Julia? How you doing with your knee replacement?
For anybody out there who actually, so when is the hoedown in Arkansas going to be? If you're talking to me, I don't actually know if you're referring to my, Billy Strings comment.
What is this? Oh yeah, and did I tell you I was on the cover of a Hayseed Dixie album? It's kind of my Statler's MTV moment.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, yay! Send Dan the picture.
I'm gonna have to get that.
Or send us, or somehow we can put the picture
Her
up.
knee's healing good. Lots of physical therapy.
Yeah,
Yes.
good for you, girly. You got
Bev
this.
loves Ricky Skaggs.
Oh yeah,
I got into Ricky Skaggs for a little bit.
I like me some Ricky Skaggs. What's Josh saying? Joshua, I used to teach guitar many years ago. I was always told students.
I always told students
to first learn on acoustic. It builds finger strength and makes it easier to switch to electric if you want. That's
Amen and
absolutely
amen.
true.
That's
Yes,
a good
sir.
teacher.
That's a good teacher.
That's a good teacher.
That's a good teacher.
Who was the drummer we had on our show? Oh, actually, it was Jared Isaacs, who talked about his drumming teacher would make him. What was the story? I don't have it memorized, but he made him do something real simple, like just hit the hi hat or kick drum and hi hat. And is Jared still on here? You got to refresh my.
Joshua Poole says Steven Adler. Oh, Lisa says her last comment was a poor attempt at being sarcastic about the hoedown in Arkansas.
Oh, I get you.
Okay.
Sarcasm's hard to read on these live feeds.
Hi-hats, 30 minutes.
Hi-hats, 30 minutes. There it was. And I remember when we were talking about it, I was like, ooh, that's a good drum teacher. Like,
Right?
Yeah, hi-hats, 30 minutes. Close the door.
Just shut it.
Just keep going. Nothing else. That was kind of what made me think of that is when Josh was talking about teaching people acoustic before electric.
Yep.
Hi-hat, anything else, only hi-hat patterns.
Nice. High hit. I know you mean hat. I know. Autocorrect.
And I think he meant nothing else. Only hi-hat patterns.
Nothing else. Yeah, that's right. That's
Chet
right.
says Mountain View Bluegrass Festival 2021 fall, November 11th, 12th, and 13th. Is that where Billy Strings is going to be, or is that just a bluegrass festival in general? Because I would like to go. I love finding out about bluegrass festivals, and I love going to them.
And kind of the smaller the better. Like
Joshua says there's a lot of hoedowns down in Arkansas.
there's a lot of hose down. There's a lot of hose down. Get it right, Daniel. There's a lot of hose down.
Oh. Yes.
Sorry, I'm sober, but my thumbs are wasted.
He meant to say hi-hat and nothing else.
Yeah.
Not anything else. Only hi-hat patterns.
Gotcha. Yes. Yes. There are a lot of hose down. What's Julie saying here? The album sold 50,000 in the UK, which is all it takes to go gold. My ass is gold.
Nice!
Oh, does that mean your ass was showing?
Julia
on the
Leigh
album cover?
Cobb's ass is gold.
I would love to see that picture.
I hope it's her ass. I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
I'm going to find that record cover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyway.
Holy crap.
Billy Strings. Check it out.
Check out some Billy Strings.
He's a kid, too. He's just a damn kid.
Was that the one you were watching on the Opry with the whole bluegrass idea going on?
Yeah, he was up on the Grand Ole Opry,
Yeah.
man, just killing it.
Fucking killing it. In the grand, and that was recent, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a damn
Yep.
kid, dude. Some of the dudes he plays with are just so old school. They're just, they're just as hillbilly as fuck.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Big old beard and like iced tea tinted glasses.
And that looked like
Just fucking
1975.
mandolining like a motherfucker.
It looked like the Ozark Mountain Daredevils from 1978.
Oh,
That's what it
man.
looked like. Doug Fuller's back. He says, "I have no ass, but I'm back with a crack. I'm a back with a crack." Oh my God, I can't talk. You see the poster, Doug?
We're gonna take it down.
We're
if
gonna
he
take it
doesn't
down. This is
appreciate
like
it.
4 shows. Anyway. Joshua Poole, we think that it might be one of our best.
He said, "I think I'll have some Betancourt wine."
Betancourt wine, raspberry
wine.
raspberry beret, strawberry wine. Let's mix the two songs.
Lisa, you guys got to figure out lilac wine.
Ooh.
Then we could drink it while we listen to Jeff Buckley. Lilac wine.
I see the poster. I'm giving you money very soon. Well, it's been a great topic the last few shows with it up there. I was, oh, nice Kiss poster. I'm like, well, there's a reason it's put up there with masking tape.
All right, man. Well, what do you want to do? Want to get back to our segment?
Our segment, which I don't have a graphic. I haven't,
Julie sings Lilac Wine when she's really, really drunk. Lilac Wine. We do too.
Oh, so do we.
It's a good drunk song.
We spin that song in here like on repeat.
Listen to me. I cannot say clearly. Isn't it she coming to me? Oh, and then when it drops back in.
Oh, and then you're so satisfied. Then
You're
it's
just
like,
like
oh,
life
there
is
it
so
is.
good when it kicks back in.
Those some major chords. Oh.
Listen to me. Oh, I could listen. I might listen to that tonight.
I think we will. We should. We should. We will. We should. We will. We will. We will. We should. Absolutely. I love that song. Is it time for hashtag story?
Hashtag story.
Hashtag story.
We still have some leftovers. For those of you who don't know, you hashtag story, type hashtag story, and then after hashtag story, you just throw out a subject.
Whatever.
I'll keep track of it. And if I have a personal story that relates to that exact subject, then I will tell you a story while we're waiting on hashtag stories, because I also still have a few of these.
I'm gonna butt in real quick.
How about, go ahead.
We didn't have a show last week. I know, we didn't.
Someone say something?
Yes. Well, not today, but we've gotten messages, and we didn't have a show last week, and you mentioned it on Monday Morning Medication.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you kind of let the cat out of the bag.
I wasn't really feeling it.
No, you weren't. Our street was being repaved, but anyway,
Yes,
sorry.
that was true.
So sorry about missing, but you know, it's funny how many messages you get. Like, where were you? Is everything okay? Like, what's going on? Like, people were actually concerned. Like,
Yeah.
Where's the show? Where's the show? But we're fine. There was just some
Everything's
shit going on.
fine. Mm-hmm. Josh says, let's talk about Norm. And I am all for that for a minute because,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Have you heard his moth joke? Oh, so
Norm
good.
McDonald passed away.
That was a
at
huge one.
61.
Juliet Cab. I do have track of the other ones.
Yes.
Doug says he just assumed we were involved in some kind of bizarre gardening accident, which is partly true.
Kind of.
Jared says hashtag story camping.
Camping.
we have
Let's
camping
add that. Let's do some Jared.
From last time, and I think some of them were jokes. One of Julia's was First Petra concert.
Yes, Norm MacDonald was amazing, guys. He had an interesting sense of humor.
It was so good.
His style was fun, and he kept his illness private. But it was a long 9 or 10 year battle with cancer, and may he rest in peace.
That was sad. Have you heard his moth joke?
You didn't go anywhere with it, so I'm like, okay.
I don't actually want to say it. It's just, you gotta go search moth joke, especially the one he does on Conan O'Brien, because
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and Conan gets uncomfortable, and it's great. Conan gets uncomfortable anyway.
He doesn't get, I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Well, he plays it up, but yeah.
Everyone's been kind of going around. I saw something on one of those kind of fake sites like Babylon Bee or something, like 90, and maybe it was true, 97% reduction in productivity yesterday because everybody was streaming Norm MacDonald jokes and bits on the internet.
Shallow Grave bit is a masterpiece.
I'll have to check that one out.
that one out. I don't know that one.
We
I'm not familiar.
in our 5 weeks of research for our Bill Cosby episode that we have over on Patreon, we caught some stand-up of Norm in regards to Bill Cosby, which also extremely classic. When he says, "Well, a friend of mine was telling me the other day that the worst part about Bill Cosby is that he's a hypocrite." And I thought, well, I think there's worse things. Like rape.
Like rape. That's right.
He's like, I mean, I'm no expert, but aren't all rapists hypocrites?
The worst part about Bill Cosby is being a hypocrite. No. How about the rape?
Awful.
Terrible.
Oh man, he was good. His other Bill Cosby stuff, gosh, have you guys heard that? He loved Bill Cosby actually growing up. Norm MacDonald loved him. He worshipped him. It was his idol. Like
Bill Cosby was a great comic.
okay, but Norm MacDonald specifically,
Yes.
like he was my everything. Like he thinks the whole reason he even did comedy was because of Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
His dad would have him come in and they would watch Bill Cosby together. That's how Norm and his dad kind of bonded growing up, was that they would watch Bill Cosby together and listen to Bill Cosby records together. And they loved him together. That was the father-son bonding moment. And Norm has literally said, not as a joke, that Bill Cosby is one of the biggest reasons why he ever became a comic to begin with.
Yes.
So then Cosby was on the SNL when Norm MacDonald was on there.
Right.
And he gets to talking to him afterwards, and Norm starts telling him this story that I just told. He's like, man, I just want you to know that you're the best. My dad and I watched you all the time. I mean, that's kind of how I got into comedy. Like, you're my biggest hero in comedy. He's like, oh, where are you from? And he tells him where he's from, up in Canada. Bill Cosby says, oh, I'm playing there in like 2 weeks. I'll call your dad and I'll get him tickets to the show and I'll have him come backstage and we can kind of hang out. And Norm MacDonald felt so stupid to to say anything, so he just gave Bill Cosby's his dad's he made up a number and gave it to Bill Cosby. Then he goes back and talks to some of the other cast members, and they're like, he's all flustered and weird and sweating, and everybody's going, "What's wrong, Norm?" And he's like, "I just felt really weird to tell Bill Cosby that my dad died 5 years ago."
So I gave him a fake number.
So then 2 weeks later, while he was at Saturday Night Live, still, obviously,
Yeah.
he gets a call. Saturday Night Live gets a call from Bill Cosby. "I need to talk to Norm Macdonald." And they're like, "Okay." So he gets on the phone. He's like, "Hey, the phone number you gave me is not...
It doesn't work.
It's
I want to talk to your
disconnected."
dad.
I don't know how it ended. Oh my gosh, but it was actually a true story. He gave him a fake number for his dad because he felt too dumb to tell him he was dead.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Joshua Poole says he was a rapist, but at least he wasn't a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So Doug Fuller says, "I was insulted by Don Rickles once," and then he says this.
Oh, okay. Take it off these. "I was in the front row at one of his shows laughing at a lady 4 or 5...
You can still read it?
No, I'm reading them here. I don't read them there.
It's right on the screen.
Yeah, and then I'm doing this the whole time. Laughing at a lady 4 or 5 seats down from me who he was nailing. When he walked over, stood in front of me, looked down, and said, 'What are you laughing at? Poster child for Save the Whales.'"
Wow. Hey, but that's Don Rickles, man. That's awesome. You have that memory, though.
Dave Plemons said the OJ joke he did at some Heisman Award was hilarious. Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure it was.
Norm has got some great jokes.
His dry sense of humor was fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
poor old Norm, man.
Sorry, Norm. 61 is way too young, bro.
All right, we have a few here from Jared from last week and from today.
Hashtag story.
tonight,
Let's reiterate
camping.
where we're going back.
Hashtag story. If you have any subject you want to throw out that I might have, and I have kind of a story for almost all of these.
Mm-hmm. This is from 2 weeks ago when we talked about hashtag story, new thing. Just any topic. Doesn't have to be something you know that Dan has done. Doesn't have to be anything that you know about him. Just throw something out there, a hashtag story, and we will write it down. And if he has a specific story, which last week he did when it came to beach.
Week before.
Oh, sorry. 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. He will come up with a story.
The way
but it's a true story. You will have a true story when it comes to one of these subjects.
Yeah, I think I have one for all of them, but it's
Yeah.
just whether or not they're super funny. I keep wanting to go back to this Jared hashtag story 2 weeks ago, why cats are better than dogs. And I don't know if I have a hashtag story road sign.
I'll write it down. You can actually hear me writing. That's weird.
I don't know if I have a story that is fascinatingly funny by any means. I just didn't know, for all of you out there who actually own cats or dogs or both, this was something I learned about cats that I never knew, or at least it was about the specific cat that I had. One of the most favorite cats I've ever had in my life was the Edge.
Yes.
The Edge, I just posted, what was that, 6 months ago? Mm-hmm. Somewhere around there, I posted a photo of his grave that I dug. He just passed away about 6 months ago. He was the coolest damn cat, I swear to God. He would come to me, specifically me, every time, even when he was still living with the kid's mom, the boy's mom.
Let's back up. The cat was a baby when you and your ex were still together.
Yes.
And so then when there was a divorce and a separation and all that goodness, I don't mean that bad. Sorry. Bad word.
Start
bad
over,
choice
bro.
of words.
Could you keep this on comments, please?
Just reiterating the comments. Edge came along and you two were still together and then you guys separated and then there was two different homes and then
Yeah, and the Edge went because the Edge was actually Bono's cat. You know,
Funny, right?
we kind of always had pet names that were sort of, if it was that particular kid's pet, it was sort of relative to their name. So my son Elvis had a dog named Memphis.
And we now have Dublin.
And Bono, when he got his first dog,
have Dublin.
I'm trying to set that up. When Bono got his first pet, his name became Dublin, who is currently in our house right now. And then when he got a cat as a pet, his name became The Edge. So yeah, get it? Anyway, Kimberly says cats rule, dogs drool. Interesting. This is interesting. Bev loves cats better. Now, generally, what makes my story interesting is that I hate cats. I hate them. I don't like anything about them.
Can I also add that I lost my 2 girls in the last 2 years?
No, they look like they're still there.
No, not these girls.
Okay, your cats. Then say your cats.
Well, they were...
We're talking about cats.
I know, and I lost them both in the last 2 years. My sisters I had for 14 years. They both passed away.
I cannot stand cats. I don't like them at all. Okay, now, no offense to people who love cats, but this is kind of part of the story because the Edge was Bono's cat. And so Bono's next pet will be named Larry Mullen Jr. Possibly.
You know, we should have named the freaking dragon Larry.
Yeah.
His name is Raptor, but
all
our
of
bearded dragon...
All of that pet naming was
Anyway.
their mom's idea. And so that, yeah. I don't know if I'll continue the tradition or not.
I don't like cats or thick crust pizza. 78. Look at...
The
Good job, Doug. Nice work.
No, Doug, we can't even call each other friends. No, I just missed that whole thing.
He's like a totally...
Yeah, Doug, me and you are best friends. I don't like cats and I don't like thick crust pizza either. 78, yes.
I try.
Anyway.
Dublin's barking for some reason. So.
I read it wrong. I thought he was giving me shit. Actually, Doug Sims and I are very best friends. We've been friends. We've been best friends since we were 2 years old.
2 years
Yeah,
old?
we used to get
old?
babysat together. Yes.
At 2 years old?
Yes. So anyway, the Edge, even after he moved in with the boy's mom, and I go over there to either pick them up or occasionally cook dinner or just different things like that, the cat would come to me. Like, soon as I would get there, he'd come out from wherever he was, and he would come right up to me and let me pet him and stuff. I've never had a cat in my entire life ever do that. Which, incidentally, even though I sit here and I say I don't like cats, I've had a cat in my life almost every year of my 50 years. Yeah. Weird.
Okay. Yeah, weird.
It's real weird, considering how much I don't like them.
I know.
But this one was different. The Edge was like a Himalayan that was, I don't know what they're actually considered, but he looked like Grumpy Cat.
Yes, but with a happier face.
But he didn't quite have that
He didn't
grumpy.
have the,
right.
He was more like,
But he was the same cat. He was the same cat as Grumpy Cat. Like a white, cream colored.
He was not a Persian. He was a Himalayan. So he had a little bit of a pug, but not the full Persian pug like Grumpy Cat.
So anyway.
He was beautiful, like a buckskin horse.
So anyway, I've talked about a little bit. I've talked about when we did family trivia, I told everyone that I was asking questions about the coat that was on our boxer. We had a boxer that was a Boston marked boxer, which if you've never seen one of those, look them up. They're fucking awesome. And
Memphis was cool.
Her name was Memphis. Well, she passes away a couple of years ago. It was a bad day, sad day.
What the fuck is happening?
So, he's pulling a Tom Hembry on us.
I know. Creepy. He's all creepy.
Don't mind me. I'm just watching a podcast.
So anyway, so we're all like kind of freaked out. Well, we notice, because you don't pay much attention to those. The Edge was a very, he was a very stealthy cat. He was one of those that just kind of, kept his business, minded his own business.
He never shit in the litter box.
Okay, he was not real big on figuring the litter box out. That's okay.
He'd shit by it,
and he would still
but not in it.
rub the floor with his paw,
He
wouldn't go in it. And that's what I liked about him, because he was weird. He was weird, and he didn't play by the rules. He didn't care. He didn't give a damn. That's why I liked him. So anyway, And Jared must be there to borrow some King's X CDs.
That's right. That's right.
No album, so I can listen to some cuts.
Yeah,
Right.
spin
There
some
you go.
cuts.
Is this story going to take much longer, Dan? I got to poop.
No, I'll actually end it pretty quick because it's not unbelievably interesting. But after about 2 or 3 days after the fucking dog died, we could not find the cat. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's weird. We were so distraught about the dog that we were just kind of like, well, you know, whatever. 3 days later, we're like, where the fuck is the cat? Like, we haven't seen him in like forever.
Yeah.
So we start looking all over the damn house for him. We find him under the bed, and he's all the way under this like king size bed in the very back, all the way up against the wall. We couldn't reach him. We're like, come on, bud, come on, come out there.
Hadn't eaten.
He wouldn't come out. He wouldn't
Yeah.
come out. We hadn't seen him in days. Like the next day, you look under the bed, he's just
He's
still
still
sitting
there.
there. He will not eat. He's not shitting or pissing or nothing. He's all the way in the back. Like another day or so goes by,
At least 4 days.
we're
At least-
checking on him.
yeah.
Like, what the hell? He must be sick. He's dying. I
I
guess
want
he's
to
dying.
reiterate, this was after Memphis had passed away. So
Right.
the boxer dog had passed away, and this cat was only not even a year old.
Yeah,
He
it wasn't.
he
There was
wasn't
no
even
reason
full-
for it to have a medical condition. He was only about a year old, so we're just like, what the fuck's going on? So we got back there, and we literally had to kind of drag him out and kind of
He lost
love
weight.
on him a little bit, and we set him back down, and he got under the bed, and he went right back to that same spot, and he sat there for another day or two. Finally, we're just like, well, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this is bad.
Yeah.
So we dug him out again and take him to the vet. So he goes to the vet. They're doing all these tests. There's blood work on him. There are all these things, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We go back in there, and the vet comes out and goes, we've run all these tests that they do, whatever it is. Take his blood, da-da-da-da. I don't know
Yeah.
what all they do.
Well, they
And the
trying to
vet
figure
tells
out
us-
what's medically wrong with
Yeah,
him.
I know that's what they were doing. I'm saying I don't know what they did to him specifically, but they did it all. Ran the whole gamut, all right?
Right. Okay.
And the vet comes back and says there's nothing wrong with this cat.
Right. Nothing physically
There's nothing wrong with this cat. All the blood work comes back fine. Everything, all the tests we've done, they're all coming back fine. He doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, he doesn't have that. The vet, not knowing any of this information, he asks us, has something strange happened in the house lately?
Right.
Just out of the blue. The vet's like, has something weird happened in the house lately? And we were like, well, our dog passed away like 6 days ago. And the vet's like, that's it. This cat is depressed and it's grieving.
He's depressed.
It's grieving your dog. I was like, are you fucking kidding
And
me
there you
right
go,
now?
Jared. That's why cats are better than dogs.
That's why I think they might be better than dogs.
Which
The
you
cat was like mourning
right.
the dog.
Right. Right. Yep.
And he got better. Once we got back, he started eating again. He started doing fine. He went on to live
Hi, Lori.
several more years. But that just touched me more than any animal's ever touched
And
me, I think.
since then, you have said this is the best cat that's ever lived.
That's why I say that the Edge was the best cat that's ever lived. Had we not taken him to the vet, he would have laid there and starved
he
himself
would have
to death.
starved. And then you guys just kind of brought
One
him
thing
out.
I didn't quite add to the story when I started it is that cat and that dog were inseparable buddies.
They were. He
Yeah.
was a kitten. He was a tiny little kitten. Memphis was already a grown-ass dog.
Yeah.
She was already 8 years old, 9 years old. And then
But
that
Memphis
kitten,
and the Edge, they were very, very close.
and that kitten curled up with her.
I had never seen a cat like show those kinds of emotions. Cats to me are just devils. They're all devils.
I love cats.
They have no personality or emotions whatsoever except for my Edge. He's the only cat that's cool. I'm joking! Jesus! Step
The
off my
only
dick!
reason I don't want cats anymore is the box. That's the only reason, because I fucking love cats.
And your husband.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
I ain't getting no more cat unless it's just like the Edge.
Who doesn't shit in the litter box?
I'd take that any day to have that cuddly, awesome.
Really?
He loved me. I'm the only one in the family he liked, except for Memphis. It's the only cat that's ever liked me.
Really? Really? Journey used to sit there.
No, your cats didn't do. And no,
She would sit on your chest and you'd push her off.
This sounds like divorce court.
I
Yes.
know. It always does. Every week. Every week it sounds like, I smell that coffee. It smells amazing.
I never did shit in the litter box like Jeff. Kristen wants to know.
No, he never did.
Never did that.
Nope. Not shot. Shit. Yeah. Fucking spell check, motherfucking shit. I hear
Use
you,
your
boo.
thumbs, you lazy bastard. Okay.
All right, I'm going to check. Oh, you checked off.
I checked
cats.
it off. Why cats are better than dogs, right
I'll
there.
be thinking of some of these other ones for the next show.
But keep the comments coming with the hashtag story because
Just so you guys know, we have When You First Met Tara. We have Being Slain in the Spirit. I've seen that happen.
that's personal.
Julie wants to know about my first Patrick concert, which I got to confirm which one was my first one because I think it was the one at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis. Lori was laughing too hard. A story about laughing too hard. We have one from the Outland Ballroom from Jared. Mike McWhorter said, did you pause the Phoebe Cates scene? I didn't pause Phoebe Cates, but I do have a story about pausing a VHS tape. Yes, and it was Desperado with Selma Hayek. Jeez, Jones. She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Dan likes the wide set eyes. Just saying.
And then also a few more from Jared. The greatest 80s movies, Camping and Road Sign. I will start working on those. Because I think I have one.
You
for
have
all of
probably
them.
a story for each of those.
I won't tell you my story yet, but the greatest 80s movie is Grease 2.
Oh, fuck you.
Thank you very much.
Fuck you.
Grease 2, yes!
Nope.
The best 80s movie ever. Shell loves me some Selma, so do I.
No, Grease 2 is
Grease
not.
2 is
No!
the best. Listen, you ask me what's the best 80s movie. I'm
Nope.
telling you, it's
Nope.
Grease
Actually,
2.
that's about the gayest thing I've heard.
I know. Totally.
I want a
Fuck
cool
that.
rider.
Oh my God.
A cool
That's the sound of
rider.
nobody singing along to you.
Yeah,
Wait,
well,
listen,
that's okay. You probably
Nobody
could-
sing along.
You should open the door for the crickets.
No shit.
I'm just telling you, that is the greatest movie from the 80s, and I will tell you what my story is about that movie next
No,
time.
we disagree. Jared and I disagree.
Kristen was singing along. Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes,
Kristen!
I knew Kristen
I
was
thought
cool,
you were
and that is
awesome.
why.
Who
No,
will be next?
she is awesome.
Kristen, I thought you were awesome, and now I'm just...
She is awesome.
I'm crying. Look, I'm gonna...
She is
No,
awesome.
I just...
Yeah, let's do it for our country. The red, white, and the blue.
Lisa just says Grease sucks all the way around. Hate that show. And then Lori comes back and says Grease is my favorite movie of all time ever with hearts.
She forgot to put the type. Her
No.
spell check didn't put 2 in there.
No, Lori didn't
Grease,
say that.
She meant to say Grease 2 is my favorite movie of all
Shell
time
says
ever.
no more Yankee on my wanky. That's a good movie. Do you know what that's from?
No, I don't.
Oh my God!
Yes, that's from 16 Candles or something.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Long
Please
Duck
drive
Dong.
I dig that movie, but not the best movie, 80s movie ever.
I know, but I have
not.
to. Kristen, I'm like, I exaggerate kind of like you sing Heart. That's a compliment, hopefully.
Jeff has never seen either Grease.
Oh, interesting.
No wonder.
No wonder he's such a douche. I'm kidding.
Just
Come
joking.
on.
Just joking.
Only Barry Gibb could have written a song about Grease.
Lisa, moral of Grease: woman takes herself.
Makes herself a slut to get a man. Well, there's a little bit of that, yes.
Oh, if you take it that
Both
way.
of them are that way. Both Greases are that way.
Yes, of course they are.
But one of the women,
You're telling me Olivia Newton-John was not hot?
she was not as hot as
Because
that other girl
Michelle,
I like. Michelle Pfeiffer.
You don't even know her name.
Michelle Pfeiffer, I totally remember that.
Because she has wide set eyes. Dude,
Michelle Pfeiffer is way hotter than
Michelle
Olivia
Pfeiffer,
Newton-John.
wide set eyes. Olivia Newton-John, not so much. Dan loves
Michelle Pfeiffer is
the fucking
way hotter than Olivia Newton-John.
hammerhead shark eyes. That's what Dan loves.
I'm looking
Dicks
for a
6 inches apart is right up your alley.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Holy shit.
Oh, gosh.
Jesus Christ. So is Phoebe Cates. Yes, Phoebe Cates has some wide-set eyes. Yes, she does. Dan, she looks just like your friend. I won't mention her name here in town that you love so much. Phoebe is like
Does it rhyme with
the
lasagna?
epitome of.
No, well, that one, she's got some wide eyes. I think you're talking about someone else, though.
Lasagna.
You're talking about someone else.
Yes, I'm talking about someone else too. Anyway, yes. So,
No,
Jared.
I'm saying you are talking about someone else.
What?
Nothing.
No, we're good.
You're talking about the girl that works at Flame.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Dan's #1 local. We did this. We did local.
Yes, we did.
And
Anyway,
she was #1.
let's wrap it up. What's
So
going
why the
on?
fuck is Jared here all dressed up? Look at you all
Oh, look at you
snazzy.
snazzed up.
You look all snazzy.
I just had to go out for a cup of coffee.
He's
you
just
know?
going out for a cup of coffee, and this is how he dresses.
He came by to pick up his booger sugar.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jared Isaacs from the Audio Roast Podcast. I know. We don't have any graphics, but
No, it's me neither. Yeah, so you guys ready for some Jared spam?
Yes.
Nah.
Big time.
Nah, it's overrated. I'm here for some Patreon. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. I'm here for some Patreon spam this
Oh,
week.
shit.
Not Audio Roast, but Unsung Dreamer Patreon
What?
spam.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Anybody know what I might be having in my hand right
I think I might know what that is.
I know what that is. Look at that.
here? But it's mine
Oh.
until I get a request fulfilled.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right, so you guys have this new Patreon series
Right.
Yes.
called Stories.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
The Story.
The Story.
It's
thank
different
you.
from
Yeah,
this
right,
little
yeah.
hashtag.
Yeah, just like the Unsung Dreamers is different from the Screamers, but it's still the
Totally.
same,
That's
you know.
it. We
yeah.
keep it
Completely
Yeah.
different.
Check it all out at unsungdreamers.com for the Screamers and the
Or Taniel.
yeah.
Or Taniel.
Or
You can
Taniel.
find it at Taniel.
You know, whatever.
So I have a request for your next subject.
Okay.
For the stories.
For the stories.
For the story.
For Patreon exclusive.
Okay.
And here's the deal: if you fulfill that, not only will I give you this, I'll sign up for your Patreon.
Oh.
Maybe just for a month, just to get the story. But
That's
you know,
okay.
you
That's
know,
all right.
Details.
That's what you do.
Okay, so the person I want you to do next is going to kind of go with a theme that you guys already probably have going without realizing you have going. This person put smiles on faces to those who needed it most, especially whenever he was at the end of his road. He'd reach down deep and still continue to give smiles to people. He wrote a song, recorded a song that was really successful. My request is somebody that's special to me and my connection with my dad, actually. Jim Varney is my next.
Oh, nice.
Know what I mean, Vern?
Know what I mean, Vern? Yeah.
He's got a phenomenal story, and I think it deserves to be told. So
Nice.
you do that, and you get that.
There's
All right.
that.
All right.
Jim Varney.
I'm down for
That's
that.
a good one.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
there's probably really cool shit
There's
there.
a ton of cool shit, and
Nice.
his career spans generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And deeper than people think.
Major
Yeah.
deeper than
Yeah.
people
Right,
think.
right,
Yeah.
right.
If there was not a Sweet 16 but a Sweet 18, his song would be on my list. That's what I think of Jim Varney.
All right.
Yeah.
I have caught bits and pieces of all of that, but I would love to dig in.
Yes.
And I love getting a request. That is
Yes.
awesome.
It's even
I mean, we
better.
are probably still going to hit our Three Stooges.
Yeah,
'cause
so
I am-
Bill Cosby,
I'm
comedian.
so
Three
sick of
Stooges,
learning about the
comedian.
Three Stooges
Jim
right
Varney,
now.
comedian.
Comedian.
Yeah.
Like there's
It's in
something
the
to
vein.
it.
I think
Yeah.
so.
But
I
it's
think
also
so.
a story that people don't really know.
Right.
And that is very intriguing.
Yeah, and I
That's a
don't want to.
wonderful
I'll tell you
request.
off air, but there's things that if you're watching, you should sign up for Patreon at patreon.com/theunsungdreamers and check out the story because he gave back whenever when most people wouldn't in his situation.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool request. And this, we haven't explained what this is that he just gave us.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
You know what this is. This is.
I mean, unless he's got hidden cameras in our
Right.
house. I mean,
Who knows?
It could be some
What are
porno.
you pointing at your dick?
Oh wait, I don't. What?
He's all pointing at his own shit. What's going on?
Maybe that might be what's on there.
Right, who
No,
knows?
it's not big enough file.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing
I got that
those
line from
are
Jeff Ward.
those are
Of course.
speeches from the roast.
From the
That is
roast.
the roast.
This is the roast that happened August 19th over at the Riff. And we did not record it for public display, but we recorded it. Well, actually, Jared did. for Patreon only. Patreon.com/unsung.
That's for you, Stephanie Kegel. I mean,
Yeah.
Stephanie Kegel.
Stephanie Kegel.
Kegel. Rare. So, anywho, thank you, Jared. That is
Yes,
a great
man.
suggestion.
I've been meaning to drop that off for a couple weeks, and
Just hit my microphone.
yeah.
What an asshole. That's good. Awesome. Very cool. So why are you just dressed up to be on our show, or?
Yeah. I mean, I saw this. Hell, Dan even combed his hair for once. So
I
I
know.
thought,
Kinda.
"Well,
Look at
let
that,
me
no
just throw
hat."
a jacket on real quick.
That's right. Look at you with your khakis and all this good. The roast was
Anthony
awesome.
called them my dad pants today.
Your dad.
I was like, dad pants? He's like, yeah, dads wear khakis. I'm like,
Khakis are good. Khakis are always good. Good. Julia says, is that 50? Yes. 50th birthday
the
party
50th
recording.
50.
Brian Betancourt says the roast was awesome. By the way, Julia says, hi, Jared.
Nothing else to announce?
nothing.
Nothing
Nope.
else?
Isn't that
Not
crazy?
yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Really?
Not
Put on
yet.
sleeves and there's nothing up them.
Nothing?
Not yet.
Nothing else? Not yet?
Not yet.
Nothing
I know,
yet?
fire me up.
Nothing yet?
Butter off some bullshit that I could
There's
fight
nothing
against.
else to
That I could
announce?
defend.
There's no big news
Nothing.
No, nothing at all.
at all? Nope. Nothing?
Interesting.
Nothing. I
Okay.
know this is. Trust me, it's freaking me out to be here and not have an agenda.
Liar. Anyway, be watching the Audio Rose for some big news. Just saying.
He looks a little red. Totally off topic, but Storming Crab is an awesome restaurant.
Storming Crab.
Where's it at?
Where, Mike? Mike? Daddies wear khakis too. Joshua says. Daddies wear khakis
Well, then
too.
it's official.
You don't
Josh
have
was a
to.
daddy.
You don't have to be a dad to wear khakis, bro. It's all good. Very good.
Fair.
Are you
I'm
playing
cat
some
dad.
more, Vicky?
I am a cat dad, Daniel.
You're a cat dad.
I know, man. There's
You
a
know-
lot of cat lovers, dude.
And I was
Seriously.
talking to Elvis and Ashley, actually, who have a cat in their apartment, and I was saying how your apartment has like this, like freaking chicken wire cat proof.
Yeah. It's actually squirrel proof is why that's there. not
Oh
for the cat.
really?
Mhm.
I thought it was for
Because
the
I had a
cats.
garden out on the balcony, and squirrels would come and dig up all the.
Oh
flowers and
man, I
vegetables.
just assumed it was so your cats didn't commit suicide.
No, they're pussies. They would never.
How about the cat that was saved by an American flag?
Oh, that
What?
was wild.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Check that out. Just
That's some
Google
wild
it.
footage.
That's awesome.
He said that Storming Crab is on the mall where Ruby Tuesdays used to be.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll check that out. Shit.
We don't go to the mall.
No, I would go, but
Nobody does.
I know.
It's like what?
What is this?
The mall?
1983? Come on.
Like even when I want Bath and Body shit, I just order online.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Anyway, sorry.
I think it'd be cool if they would have. Maybe they have this, and I'm just such a boomer. But it'd be cool if they still had.
You're not a boomer.
It'd be
Stop that.
I know I'm a boomer according to what the new boomer is. I know what boomer babies are. I know that, or whatever the fuck they're
It's
called.
like your mom.
I know what the year definition of a boomer is. But what you don't realize because you're a boomer, you're a new boomer. According to the young kids, you just defined boomer like right there in that one comment.
Are you
Because
gonna spill the tea?
yeah, I'm gonna spill the tea on you right now. You're just
me?
You're just a boomer if you just don't like understand. It doesn't matter if you're 35 years old. If you don't know how to use Twitter, you're a boomer.
You don't
That's-
know how to use Twitter or Instagram.
That's
I
what
do.
makes me a boomer. I just said
do.
that.
I'm not a boomer.
I just said I'm a boomer, and you're like, you're not a boomer. And I was like, that actually is what makes you a boomer, is that you're saying I'm not a boomer because you're not understanding that I do know what a real boomer is.
Y'all bored of these two boomers yet?
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, if there was a arcade there, but everybody still was online with people all over the world. Like, you know how many games they had in the arcade at the mall? We're talking
Yes.
about the mall.
Yes.
If you go to the mall now and everybody's yelling and screaming at people from all over the
Yeah.
world playing big games that are all online now and yelling, it would be different than just Pac-Man.
It would be a lot different.
Yeah, like when you walk in, like everyone would be yelling at people all over the world.
You'd have to be 18 to enter. You motherfucker! I was back there! You
For
killed
sure.
me! Yeah.
For sure.
right.
Wouldn't that be a weird, like when you walk in, just like they're talking to people?
Like, what's happening right now?
Is that a real boomer thought?
Yeah. My game was pole position. Can you do that worldwide?
You probably could. Yeah, like this might already exist, but can they do a Pac-Man now with the new technology where other people are the ghosts and you're Pac-Man?
Gets pissed off at
Oh.
my sound effects.
Yeah, you can see it in his eyes. Just watch his eyes. It's this.
Where other people around the world can actually be the ghosts. Does that exist already?
I don't know, probably.
Instead of just the ghost randomly chasing you. It'd be cool.
So instead of being the cop, you could be the robber.
Yeah. That'd be kind of neat.
Okay, boomer.
Probably already exist. There's people like that guy on the Saturday Night Live skit that's like, move! Move! Move!
Oh, man. I've told you how to fix the world's problems.
Did you?
Yeah, you just hook all of our military up to our video games and let the 12-year-olds go kill everybody.
No shit. Right? There's a controller in the living room right now.
They'll have it done quick, too, before dinner.
It'd be done. It would be done.
If it was point base
Yep.
and they're actually flying real stealth bombers.
I have a picture.
You're not wrong.
I have a picture that I wanted to show because this is just a little side note. This was what got the cops called right here.
Yeah.
If you listen to Monday Morning Medication, Jared,
No.
go ahead. This was what got the cops called right here. Is like 5 youth military kids with guns in their hands got the cops called. And hey,
Toy guns, to be clear.
they're
Toy guns.
totally toy guns, and the cops were amazing. So I just wanted to show that. But you say, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're still into it. I mean,
That's
this is what kids did 100 years ago.
Yeah. So we just had to show that. That was part of Bono's 13th birthday
Yeah.
celebration. 13. He's a teenager. You have another teenager.
I know, man.
You have an adult and a teenager.
I know.
I know. Are we going to kick it off with some, or we're going to kick it off. We're going to leave
All that I ever really
with some more Vicky Self.
Yeah, dudes.
more than
So-
I hope that love was.
Stay caught up. We might start another show this week.
Had some time to
No
think
shit.
for shit.
Right?
You still mean everything.
How many shows we up to now?
I don't know. Fucking hell. We just have so many.
You've got the kind of love that's hard
Oh my God. Okay, so
We'll have to get that clip
and
from
everything
Paul
just
Carson.
Right
keeps
here.
on getting better.
Paul Carson has a video of him and
Thanks for
someone
stopping
else
by. We had a good
lip-syncing
time.
to White Lion at the Mall. It's classic.
Hope we made you laugh. That's all we got to do is just keep laughing.
That's why we're here. That's why we do this.
Thanks to Jared for stopping by. We're going to have fun working on this Jim Barney story. It's going to be great.
And getting you some Patreon shit.
Every time.
Absolutely, we appreciate everybody watching us. We love you so much. Thanks for being here. Be watching for Monday Morning Medication, and also don't forget that our latest interview episode is Jason Farley, the Barrel Man, the Rodeo Man. Go check him out.
A great conversation with him.
It's a great conversation, very inspirational, very awesome. Go check him out on wherever you get your podcasts. I'm not going to list them all. You know where to go. Purple icon and all that stuff. Give us a rating. Whatever.
See you next week.
Bye. Bye.
You've got the kind of love I always wanted. You've got the kind of love that's hard to find. And everything just keeps on getting better. When I feel your body touching mine. Oh, when I feel your body. When I feel your body touching mine. You can make it happen. When I feel your body touch mine. Oh, when I feel your body. and lonely.